Like and subscribe right now, or else this will be in your bed tonight. Who is that one YouTuber who annoys the S out of you, and why? As a whole, family vlog channels, the Ace family, the Labyrinths, etc. have always bothered me. When it comes down to it, they are just exploiting their own children for money and fame. There have been several family YouTubers have been arrested or investigated. One Fantastic Adventures, the mom was arrested, and her older sons for not reporting her. She would punish her adopted children for not getting their lines right by withholding food, making them take ice baths, and even punishing them with pepper spray. F***ing sick. Philip Diffran coded a video about a channel where you can literally watch the parents mentally torment their kids. Report that shit if you see it. Daddy05. His videos were funny child abuse shows. I remember watching the Invisible Ink prank video that the parents did to one of the kids. God, I felt awful watching it. That child was straight up terrified while they were screaming at him. Then there were PPL in the comments who were laughing at it. Like, really? Just because you call it a prank doesn't make it funny or harmless. MJ Station and Morgs. Morgs is flat out annoying, and J Station is annoying and did some very messed up things. I think they are my least favorite ones right now. Nikocado Avocado. He's absolutely disgusting in so many ways. He is nasty. Didn't a YouTuber get extremely scared of him because he was manipulative as fuck or something? Stephanie Sue. Her takedown of him was so thorough, I was so impressed. All the kids ones. My son loves it naturally, but drives me insane. So loud. Yeah, right, know I'm getting old. That's normal. Most of the kids-oriented YouTube channels have very poor animation and can have very high-pitched voice acting. My daughter likes watching Colin's Key. He and his brother are pretty funny sometimes, and they edit stuff pretty well, but man, they just yell and woe and oh and do and that stuff all the f***ing time. But wait, let's do the 5-second subscriber challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 done. I don't even know what this is, and it pisses me off reading that. What's even sadder is I exactly know what this is, and pisses me off even more. Yeah, they aren't bad dudes or anything, but I can't stand the constant overreacting. I was walking by the room my sister was watching them in, and I just hear OHHHHH my I goosh gooiis, and I think a blood vessel popped. I used to hate Colin's Key, but then realized how wholesome they are, and that my kid could be watching much worse and now have no problem with them. Any YouTuber who made the dumbest 3am challenge. Do 28 grams happy in 3am. SCRY. I did. That's how they sound to me. Or obvious clickbait titles that go on for years, something like, I stepped on grass, went to hospital, got deadly ill, on life support, sub for free 9000 RAM gaming PC, not clickbait. I have never felt older than I have just now while reading this thread. I have no idea who any of these people are. Same. I'm in my 30s, and I'm in YouTube like every day. Haven't recognized a single name except Logan Paul, and I've still never watched any of his videos. I'm 16 and I don't know the majority of people mentioned. Don't sweat it, lol. Annoys has always been an overconfident, ignorant asshole, as well as a pedophile. He's such a shitty person that Chris Hansen did a ton of YouTube videos about his predatory behavior. Didn't Onion summons the wrong Chris Hansen too? Imagine being the guy who Annoys mistook for Chris Hansen. It was actually another dude named Chris Hansen who lived in Florida, I think. Dude literally just googled up Chris Hansen and sent the summon to whoever he saw. As awful as pedophilia is, calling him one doesn't really do him justice. The dude's a delusional serial abuser and child groomer, and has probably engaged in the distribution of child pornography. Annoys is a fun rabbit hole, in that you think maybe he's just annoying. Maybe people overstate how awful he is because they want someone to hate. Maybe he just has mental health issues that need to be taken care of. Then you start looking into it, and you realize that he is just a deeply sad and fucked up individual on so many levels, and so far up his own ass and enabled by money and power that he's probably beyond help. He's ignorant and narcissistic, attempted to start a cult, was and maybe still is emotionally, verbally, and physically abusive towards his partners, took advantage of a minor with nowhere else to go by inviting her to live with himself and his partner with the intent of grooming her, regularly invites his primarily young teenage fan base to send in pictures of themselves so he can rate how hot they are. Made essentially a PG version of himself getting cucked as a video. Once again, he has a very young fan base and this is wildly inappropriate. Has repeatedly guilt-tripped his fans for money when he clearly is doing fine. Regularly attempts to manipulate his fan base into being on his side when literally anything happens in his life that he doesn't feel like he can handle on his own, which is basically anything, and I'm sure I missed a lot. He's not just a rude or cringy guy, he's outright scum. I need to state beforehand I have epilepsy, specifically atonic/drop seizures. These are not as well known, but are still something that heavily impacts my life. This is why I write this. One of the things he did that made me the angriest personally was when his ex was having a seizure and he refused to take her to a hospital and instead recorded her and put her on YouTube. This seizure was horrible, where she even had temporary memory loss for a while and freaked out because she didn't know who Annoys was and was alone in a room with a man she didn't know. There was apparently also something with her mind reverting to that of a child. I need to specify I could only watch clips of the video because I fear of what the full video would do to me mentally. He later stated that this was because they discussed that they both had decided in the event that this would happen, that he would not take her to the hospital because you can't trust hospitals and doctors. I understand this statement to an extent as someone who went through a traumatic experience at a hospital. I do, but this is just Annoys not wanting to relinquish control over his girlfriend or have her on any medication. He has been on record to say he hates medication and hates any authority, so we know it's not because he cares for her. It's because of control. We also know later he f***ing lied and never discussed this with her. Also, his girlfriend later admitted how he left her crying and having a grand mal seizure. I think he left her there because he was pissed she wasn't skinny enough for him. Also, he later again tried to say the video was a skit or fake, but the girlfriend cleared up that it wasn't later on. I'm angry at everything he has done, but it's just, as someone who personally suffers with this, I hope that man gets everything coming to him. Any YouTube channel that mainly involves kids/family, especially Ryan's World, I have a pure disgust for people who want to take advantage of the kids for money, and also, their overacting actions are annoying. Edit. Fixed a derp spelling. I watched so much Ryan's World because some kid I used to babysit loved him. I hated the mom. Her voice was so annoying, and I hated hearing her advertise the toys like this Batman toys only $59.99 at Walmart. Trisha Paytas and Annoys. These people are not nice, mean-spirited, sexist, racist, and are just plain horrible. I despise Trisha, Annoys too, but he doesn't get much of any support, so my feelings towards him are less intense. But God, Trisha and her fan base suck. Imagine thinking exploiting mental illness was first off funny, second off okay because she's just trolling guys. Ugh. I know Trisha and her fans harassing disassociated has led her to fracture and to a suicide attempt recently. That is not acceptable behavior, and I'm annoyed more people aren't as enraged as I am. Any of those kid-friendly YouTubers who over-exaggerate everything. They always yell stuff like whoa and that's crazy at the smallest things, and my little brother has picked it up and does that all the time. And it's obnoxious in the videos and even more when someone does it in real life. Steven Sharer. His content is garbage and my younger siblings spend a lot of time watching him. His videos, I guess, are kinda similar to Morg's, just less well known. They mainly include doing fairly mundane challenges with absurdly high rewards. For instance, winning $10,000 for literally breathing. It's trash, but this man is a millionaire because of it. I can't stand it. A few years back I was working at a waxing chain, and we had a guy call to book a beard wax, which I had never performed on a man. So I looked on YouTube to see if I could find any tips. I found a video of Steven Sharer going to get his face waxed at European Wax Center. It did not go well. His face broke out terribly, and I decided to pass on taking that appointment. I went back to try and find the video later, and it disappeared from his page, only to be replaced by bright colors. Toys. Click here now. Very disappointing. Ryan's World. Ryan's toy review. My brother is obsessed with it. I can't stand it. I do feel sorry for Ryan though. He is going to grow up to be the most spoiled brat, and it's because of his parents. They give him everything he wants because now they can afford it. And, correct me if I'm wrong, The parents have quit their jobs because they want to dedicate their time to the YouTube channel. His parents have very irritating voices and they always act ridiculously and comically enthusiastic for the kids watching. Ryan doesn't even seem interested sometimes. I think his parents are forcing him to do it. Thank you very much for watching. Write in the comments on the video, who is your YouTuber that annoys you and why. And also do not forget to watch our other videos. Bye.